So today we're going to be simplifying this here. There are several ways of doing this problem. You can just straight out do it. You can do it in a couple steps. I'm going to break it up into several different steps so that we can kind of try and keep our thoughts in order. So the first step I want you to do is I want you to make all the negative exponents within the parentheses positive first. So how do I make a negative exponent positive? Well, there's a property to that. So if you have x to the negative 1, just for example, this would be 1 over x. If you have x to the negative 2, this would be 1 over x squared. If I have 1 over x to the negative 2, this would be x squared. So the way you make negative exponents positive is by flipping the term. If it's in the numerator, it goes down to the denominator. If it's in the denominator, it goes up to the numerator. So starting to simplify this problem, again, we're going to start within the parentheses. So inside these parentheses, I'm going to make that negative exponent positive by flipping it down to the denominator. Within the next set of parentheses, I'm going to flip the w to the numerator. I'm going to still leave this over 1, and I'll show you why in the next step. So the next part is to make all the negative exponents on the outside of the parentheses positive. So how do I make a negative exponent on the outside of parentheses positive? I just flip everything that's in the inside. So this negative 3 exponent is going to flip everything inside the parentheses. There are also properties of exponents that we should review quickly. So if I'm multiplying any common bases, I add the exponents. If I'm dividing any common bases, I subtract exponents. There's an easier way to do this, and I'll show you in the last step. And if I raise any power to a power, I multiply the exponents. So we're going to use this property here. One to the third power is 1. 3 to the third power is 27. 3 times 3 is 9, times 3 is 27. U squared cubed, again you multiply the exponents, so 2 times 3 is 6, so this will be u to the 6th, v to the 3rd, w to the 3rd. My next step is I'm going to multiply across. Whenever you multiply fractions, you always multiply across. So numerator with numerator, denominator with denominator. And this is where we're going to use this property here. And I'm going to start with the denominator first. So in the denominator, I'm going to have 27 u to the 6th, v cubed times v to the 4th. There's 7 v's, so this is v to the 7th, w to the 3rd. In the numerator, w to the 6th times 1 is just w to the 6th. So our last step is going to be canceling. So yes, you can use subtraction. You can use this property here to do the last step. I'd rather you do something a little bit simpler. Ask yourself, where do you have more of the variable and how many more? That's going to tell you the location of your answer and the exponent that's associated with your answer. So in this case, where do you have more w's? On the top. How many more? 3 more. So your final answer is going to be w to the 3rd on the top, 27 u to the 6th, v to the 7th.